Hey there, guys. I am back today, and I am here with John Vann. John Vann has been absolutely phenomenal, guys. He has a nonprofit that helps out vets, and it's actually pretty upscale. John, say hi to everyone and tell us how you got to where you are today.
So, hello everyone, and thanks for having me on, Ashley. I appreciate the opportunity to get my story out and our message of who we are, what we do, and how we got there. I would say building there's the three main things that allowed me to drive this program to where it's at today is hard work. The first one, and the understanding when I mean hard work is understanding that the 40-hour work week, you'll only be a 40-hour employee, and you'll never grow your business unless you're willing to put in the extra time. And so 60, 80 hours a week, that's the new norm in the business world. And so you have to be prepared to commit that and make the sacrifice to do that if you're going to grow any business. The second thing is having a strong team around me. Having people that can get stuff done, that are effective, that are leaders, that are experts in their area, and also, make me a better leader. And the last and final thing is having a network that allows me the capabilities to do the things that we need to get done. So if you don't have the dedication, which is the first part, it's very hard to get anything done. The second part is, having key people to actually work the mission, and key people that are able to help you move it forward. And then the third one is really having the capabilities to get the assets and get the capabilities and networking to where you can actually get the mission funded, get the opportunities fully developed.
Awesome. What's the name of your nonprofit?
So the name of the nonprofit is Racing for Vets with the number 4, all one words. And we're a charity we have 3 main programs, or 3 main service programs we offer. The first one is adaptive motorsports, which is any type of adaptive motorsports, anything from a cart to a car to a motorcycle to an off-road buggy. Just getting veterans engaged in healthy sporting activities is 1, good for their lifestyle, 2, gets them engaged in the community, and 3, shows them out there competing and winning. The second program is an automotive training program where we teach individuals based on what they want to do, their application to the automotive industry. Now, a lot of people hear that and they think it's like, oh, you're changing tires. People don't realize there's journalism, there's photography, there's race talk radio, there's magazines, there's editors, all motorsports and industry based. DuPont Registry is located right down here in Tampa. It's a huge motorsports, magazine. There's a ton of opportunities, whether logistical, engineering, in the motorsports and automotive industry. And our programs are designed to find out where the individual wants to be, what their current capabilities are, and how do we develop a path to get from where they are to where they want to be, using the same philosophy of hard work, getting a team together and finding the resources to get there. And the last program is our advanced competition program, which is more of our awareness and dedicated individuals that stay a part of the program. They go out there and they race in competitive events to show veterans winning in a competitive environment, regardless of their disability. Their mission is to race to save 22 vets a day and raise awareness in the automotive community about veteran suicide, veterans in employment in the auto industry, and also veterans out there competing and winning and just need an opportunity to get back on the track of life.
Understood. That's commendable, man. I love it. I love it. So let me ask you this. What wakes you up every day to work those 60, 80-hour work weeks?
I would say my dogs are the first thing that wakes me up every day. So I have 3 Great Danes, and they have to use the bathroom pretty early in the morning. But beyond that, I would say the mission, when as a veteran myself, injured veteran return home, I participated in a lot of programs that were recreational, occupational therapy programs that provided a huge service and huge benefit, but didn't really get me tied to the community, help me build a network, help me build my own value, and at the same time, teach me something new. And that's why when we get the veterans in our program involved, they're required to be in the community, which is building their network. They're building their value because they're working in their communities that they work in and that they live in. And the second thing is by going out and getting engaged, they're learning what resources their community has. And that's one thing a lot of people say, like, you know, why do we do so much community involvement? And if you don't know who's in your community and you don't know what businesses are ran and developed and run through your community, you don't know the true assets and capabilities of the things around you. And how are you expected to get the best services, medical, employment, occupational, if the veteran is not tied into their community, into all the assets that is available in their community? You know, just taking stuff at face value and not realizing the depth and the capabilities of the individuals in the community, you're losing a huge asset as far as, like, you know, rehabilitation for a veteran. If they go out and they look at it as like, well, I can go to every door and, you know, do a cold call or pitch, or I can, you know, go ask for services or a donation or a sponsorship. But if I go in there to meet the owner and tell him about our program and ask if there's a way we can help them and partner with them, you know, and develop a relationship, you learn what their true capabilities are. And you learn that, you know, having a network of leaders in your community is more valuable than a lot of other things. So knowing that our program is based off of the community and we're impacting veterans, and in my mind, a super meaningful way, that, you know, that's what gets me up and gets me motivated.
Okay, awesome. So let me ask you this: how do you balance your work in building of this business or nonprofit and just general life?
Well, that's a hard challenge. I would say, like, I'm always one told that I always have too much on my plate, which is, you know, in my mind, a good thing. It keeps me busy. But I would say finding the balance is a personal thing. You know, if you're not pushing yourself, you're not growing. If you're not struggling, you're not learning. And, you know, anything that takes time and is worth anything is going to be a lot of hard work. And sometimes that may take months, sometimes that may take years. And regardless of what you do, you know how much you can handle as an individual. And if it's too much, you'll quickly realize that and need to scale back, whether it's, you know, financially or emotionally or health-wise. But, you know, you learn your boundaries through time. But it's an individual-based thing. And the way I look at it is you have to be driven. And, you know, we're in the automobile industry, and driven is a good word, and competitive is a good word. And if you're somebody that's going to say I'm tired or I can't do it, or you're going to say no, or you shouldn't be out on the track and you shouldn't be in this industry, because it's a very competitive, fast-paced, very, very skilled environment of leaders and people that get stuff done. And if you're not one of those driven people that says, you know, I'm going to have to, you know, work 17 hours today and tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday and enjoy it and love it, you're not going to be successful. You have to be dedicated. You have to, you know, put the mission first, and then, you know, the bigger picture is the value.
Yeah, got it. Awesome. So let me ask you, what gives you the most satisfaction out of what you do on your day-to-day operations?
That's easy. That's so my biggest satisfaction. I was with a veteran last night. I think it was 9 o'clock, and we were trying to navigate through some things he's currently dealing with. And you know, a lot of times my capabilities come from helping people, and my network is a lot of people that can get stuff done. But I've gained this network by helping others. So when somebody says they have an issue, you know, and they've been navigating this issue for a long time, they're struggling, when I can make a phone call or send a text message at 9 or 10 o'clock at night and fix like a major life issue through a network and through a like, hey, can you take care of this guy, or can you look up and help this guy out? And knowing that they're going to follow through is very, very, you know, and it has nothing to do with being out on the track or being in the shop. It's about us being in the community engaged and people lending themselves to our program, and that program benefiting veterans. And when you see like something click and that veterans, you know, frown turn into like an automatic win, and just because you send a text message, it's an amazing thing. And it all comes through network. You know, if you have a strong network of people that are doers, your ability to influence and your ability to help other people grows tremendously.
I agree. Absolutely. So let me ask you, how do you handle all the naysayers and those who want to bring down all that you've gained?
Well, so I mean, there's a way you got to do it with a smile. Anytime you're on the podium, you know, I always use motorsports as a reference. Anytime you're on the podium, you're going to have people that challenge you, and people try to protest and bring you down because they want to be there. And you know, it's one of the things that you just have to be able to understand. It comes with winning. Is you're going to have some haters, and once you find the ability to not care about that and focus on the positive that you're doing, focus on the good things that you are doing and helping people out, and not listening to them, not drowning them out, but making sure that their feedback is not valid. Because sometimes all the haters, sometimes they have a good point, and sometimes you may have to, you know, take a step back and look at that. But a lot of times it's just, you know, they're just upset that you're on the podium and they're not. So I would just say, you know, take it with a grain of salt, you know, focus on the win and keep it moving forward.
Heck yeah. Yeah, awesome. So you're not a winner if you don't have haters, basically. I understand.
Yep.
So what does 5 to 10 years look like in the future for you?
Oh, that's a good question. Personally or professionally with the business, would you say?
Just in all around bouts.
Personally, I hope my personal life stays the same. I'm very happy. I love my dogs. I love where I live in my community. I love my community. I love my friends. And my team that I work with now is amazing. I want us all to grow professionally, all to win professionally more and more. But I'm very, very satisfied with my community and home and friends and everything. So I would say personally, I would like to be as happy as I am now. Professionally, I would like Racing for Vets to be, you know, partners with some of the major industry, you know, people like Ford, Chevy, or GM, and, you know, really have a bigger impact, you know, on a bigger scale. I believe that we've been so successful, not because of just me, but because our mission and the values and the way we do things. We're not a quantity-based charity, we're a quality-based charity. So we're not focused on serving, you know, 5,000 people. We're focused on serving the 5 that we have right, and then moving on from there. And, you know, we just served 600 veterans last year, and at a great value. And those veterans are served in a super meaningful way, and their lives are changed, and it's all through the program. And I see what we're doing, and I know that our approach is better. It has a better value. It has a better impact on their life, and not just because I'm a veteran that's been through a bunch of programs, but I know that there's a lot of programs that are specifically tailored just for grants and just for financial reasons, or created for grants or financial reasons. Our program was created solely in the design that, hey, I'm a veteran, you know, this service that I'm getting is just one value. We need a 360 program. Like, how is it getting you involved in the community? How is it helping you out with your physical or mental health? and how is it pushing your educational or your employment capabilities. So like you have to have a program that provides, in my mind, all three of those things. Like you can still get the recreational, you can still get the occupational, and you can also get the mental and health out of one program. It's doable, and we've proved that. And the veterans that are in our program, the veterans that came through our program, you couldn't agree more with looking at where they were and a year later where they are now. And a lot of that is being around the right people, with capabilities, because there's good positive influence, opportunities, because those people provide opportunities for employment, and employment helps home and family because you're bringing in more money and you're stable. And the community is just an added bonus because now you're engaged and you're tied, and so you value that.
Right.
And so, and that's really like what I feel that makes us better and have a better approach to, making the transition for a veteran a lot easier.
So how does that get in touch with them?
So we have, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, website. They can reach out any one of those, or they can find me directly in the website. My information is up there. If they're a veteran, if they want to support, if they want to partner, there's tons of ways to get involved. There's their traditional ways. They can donate at the website or PayPal or any of those traditional ways. They can contact us and find out how to partner with us. And if they're a business and they want to do some advertising, or if they want to help support a build of a car, or help support a veteran in a program, whether it's automotive program, the advanced competition program, just reach out is the best way, and get involved. And one thing that I would say to the people that follow you is don't donate to a charity that you're not involved in. Be involved in the charity. If you really are involved in something, you understand what you're doing and where your money's being spent, and your money fuels the programs, but your participation is what saves lives. And that's why I say, I always tell people, money is great. It makes the program grow forward, and it helps people. But if the community is not there and the participation is not there, a program like ours can't exist, because it's a fundamental pillar of our program that the community is involved, the business leaders are involved, the companies are involved.
I understand. So, what are some success tips?
Success tips, I would say, number one, have a good plan, have a vision, be able to execute your vision. And what I mean by that is, if I lost any resource or I lost any capability in the development or growing the program to the point where it's self-sustaining, I always had the mentality, it doesn't matter, I can work and get it back. I can build it back. I'll put the time in and redoing it, So I never stopped developing the program because we lost certain capabilities or assets or individuals supporting the program. You got to keep on pushing forward. You gotta keep on staying true to your mission, stay true to your beliefs, and then if you do that, and it's a good idea, and it's something that the community needs, and you're able to deliver it properly, you'll have a lot of things in there that will enable you to be successful. But I would say the biggest thing is your commitment to what you're doing and your ability to push it yourself. Never think that money is going to solve it or other people are going to solve it. At the end of the day, you have to be able to solve it yourself, and until it's at a point where you want to be. And if your mission is to have something to where you're constantly working it, you'll burn out in 3 to 5 years. Your mission has to be bigger than you pushing it. But you have to be willing to push it for 3 to 5 years. But your goal is to have it done in 2 years to where it's running itself. Yeah. And so you have to keep people in place and individuals and financing. So I would just say, if you have that, mindset and that strategy, you'll really be able to move your program forward.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate all of the time that you're giving us, and I can't want to help you more than enough for your upcoming events and things that are happening. So that's it, guys. You heard it first right here with me, Ashley Mundy, and John Vann, Racing for Vets. Go ahead, check them out, and see how we can participate. Let's get together as a community and support this this awesome cause. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Thank you. Love you guys.